You're watching TVC Breakfast. Now, the current spate of banditry, kidnapping, and ethnic clashes in many parts of the country is giving Nigerians a cause for concern.
From Lagos to Kaduna, Katsina to Zamfara, Benue to Taraba, Imo to Ebonyi states, there appears to be no respite in any region of the country. President Buhari on Tuesday met with APC governors with discussions centered around finding a lasting solution to the worsening state of insecurity. The
Inspector General of Police, Muhammad Adamu, recently met with senior officers to take a look at the state of security in the country. And joining me in the studio is Richard Amoa, a security expert. Richard, it's good to have you join us right now.
Thank you so much.
Now, one cannot say that the government is not doing anything. Government is doing everything they can do. The police is doing everything they can do. The army, all of them are doing everything they can do. But we still have challenges with security across the country, from the north to the south, east to the west. What is really the missing link here?
Like I always say, and I'm saying it again, that policing is not just about money. It's not about the equipment. I think there's need to carry people along, and there's need again to motivate the same security people. And don't forget again that we are close to 2 million people right now in Nigeria. And we
200 million.
Yeah, 200 million. And we see have less than 450,000 policemen who is supposed to police Nigeria. So compared to that, every politician today have a policeman following them. Every hotel have a policeman. Banks. At the end of the day, out of that 450, how many do you see on the street? You see, sometimes, and I said it, I'm still saying it again, is that we need to go back and sit down. Look at our security architect of this country. Where are we missing it? What's the link? So it's not about the fact that we have done everything. We have not done everything yet. So there's still need for us to go back home, sit down, analyze it. Like I keep saying again, a whole lot of police officers, the army, they need a whole lot of motivations. We need to motivate them for an army, for its policeman to do what it's supposed to do.
All right. There has been call for state police, and we saw recently that it seemed there's a move towards that, towards the possibility of seeing how it is going to work and so on. Do you think that the solution to all of this is state police?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. For me personally, as a security person, I think that's it. With insecurity we have all around Nigeria today, because all this crime happen in our localities. And the fact that we stay there, we live there, we should know who and who that are into this crime, and it will be easier. You see, one thing I think we should do right now is that a whole lot of people have this phobia or this fear of reporting to the police. But situation where we have our own people who knows us being part of the policing in that community, it will be easy to have an access to report to.
Wouldn't there be the complaint of the same corruption or the same if the attitude or the strategy doesn't change?
We cannot cross the bridge without getting there.
Right.
And that's one thing I think we complain a lot in Nigeria. As we're thinking, we come up with so much disadvantage, so much issues, but let's start something first. The law will take care of all those things. Don't forget that it's going to be a new thing here, but at the same time, if the proper people, the good hands are brought on deck, it's going to work.
Talk to us about engagement and collaboration with people and the grassroots. How much of that do we need?
We need 110% of that. For example, let's look at the private security industry in Nigeria. They are on every nook and cranny in Nigeria. How much is police working with them? The people that live in those akara seller, moi seller, all those women and men hanging around. Nigeria is where you have so many shops here and there, unlike in the foreign counterpart where you have a mall. Those guys can serve as your intelligent gathering for you. So there's need for people to understand. That's why I keep saying police cannot be going frowning up and down. They need to put a lot of smiles. They need to be friendly. No, they need to do this thing. I quite appreciate the enormous task they are doing. For you to really gather intelligence, information around your community, people must be carried along. And you cannot be hostile to people and you expect them to be friendly to you. As much as police need us, we need them too. And again, Nigerians, the society, we need to understand the fact that we are short policing. Nigeria does not have enough men to do this job. And again, the police authority needs to start thinking, the number of men out there doing private job, is it possible to bring them back? So those are the things I think the present administration need to look at.
All right. Well, the government is trying to bring in about 10,000 more new hands into the police force. So we hope maybe that will bolster part of the effort as well.
I hope
Richard
so.
Amoah, thank you so much for coming.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Right.
Yeah.
You're watching TVC Breakfast. The current spate of banditry, kidnapping and ethnic clashes in many parts of the country is giving Nigerians a cause for concern.
From Lagos to Kaduna, Katsina to Zamfara, Benue to Taraba, Imo to Ebonyi states, there appears to be no respite in any region of the country. President Buhari on Tuesday met with APC governors with discussions centered around finding a lasting solution to the worsening state of insecurity. Inspector General of Police Mohammed Adabu recently met with senior officers to take a look at the state of security in the country. Well, joining me in the studio is Richard Amoah, a security expert. Thank you for joining us on TVC Breakfast.
Thanks for having me.
Now, even the president, during the Democracy Day speech, acknowledged the fact that there's been an increase in the cases of kidnapping and banditry, and across the states from Zamfara, like we mentioned, to Niger, to Borno, different states have been witnessing, and even in the southwest, there have been cases of kidnapping. What do you think is at the root of this?
The root of it, number one, is the fact that government is just still playing a lip service to security.
How do you mean?
How do I mean? We keep talking about the fact that up to today, Nigerians don't have a data. If I commit a crime, you don't know where to locate me. Again, the consequences of our actions are not being followed up on. People just do things, and at the end of the day, they just go scot-free.
No justice.
No, thank you. Not really no justice. No punishment. People are not being, I'm supposed to be punished based on things that I do. The consequence of my actions. You find out that Nigerians do what they do because there's no consequences. So, and it's really playing a whole lot of issues when it comes to insecurity. Let me give an example. For example, Evans' situation for over a year, with all we heard, with all we have seen. I know it's in the court, but the way it's going, what do you think an average man who is thinking of going into kidnapping will be thinking? Okay, this is a kingpin. This is a man we say is a billionaire when it comes to kidnapping.
But a process has started already.
Exactly. See, those are the things, those processes. And Nigeria, do Nigeria know anything about the processes? You see, it's so easy for us to go to media quickly when we make an arrest, and we don't follow up with the media too for people to know what is going on. Because we're looking at the root causes of all this kidnapping that is going on in Nigeria right now. For example, in Southwest it was not known to be involved in such crime. But again, because it has happened in South-South, happened in the Northeast and part of the North, it's gradually coming to Southwest because they felt that those guys who are in need and making big money and making a whole lot of things, and nobody is being punished. How many kidnappers have you heard on radio or on TV that has gone to jail? You see, those are the things. So I have said it, state governors are just being, in case they are listening to us right now, they are just playing lip services. It does not take anything to stop kidnapping in their states.
It doesn't take anything, then tell us, because I'm certain some of them are watching us now, what it would take, because even the president is asking for a lasting solution to this.
What's going to take? No any security in any part of the world that fight insecurity alone. People must be carried along. State governors are thinking of providing guns, providing massive ammunitions, armored carriers. It's gone beyond that. People must be carried along when it comes to security. Information is security. All these nook and crannies in the villages, people live there. Police posts are very far away from them. What are the necessary amenities put on ground in case you see something, you say something? What are the relationship with police and the people? You see, let me tell you the truth.
Are you talking about the issue of trust now?
Yeah, no, more than trust now. I'm talking about more of information, more of trust too, more of, okay, what do people know? What do they do in case of any situation? You see, I'm saying that we need to go back to fundamentals when it comes to security if we're going to solve these things.
What are these fundamentals?
The fundamental is for people to be carried along, for people to be educated, for people to know what to do at the right time. When they see something or hear something, who are they talking to?
All right.
You understand? State police or community policing we're talking about, it's not about money. It's about intelligent gathering. Security is about intelligence.
All right, Richard Amoah, security consultant.